The Odyssey, or as I like to call it, Troy Story 2, is basically a sequel to the Iliad. Instead of focusing on the epic battles of Troy, it dives into the aftermath, showing us how our favorite Greek heroes fare post-war. Spoiler alert, the universe has it out for Odysseus. This guy spends 10 years trying to get home to Ithaca, and in that time, he faces more absurdity and suffering than a reality TV star on their third comeback. Imagine enduring a journey so miserable, you'd rather take a cruise ship through the Bermuda Triangle during hurricane season. The story kicks off with Odysseus stuck on an island for 7 years, held captive by Calypso, an immortal goddess who's both gorgeous and lonely. Sounds like paradise, right? Not for Odysseus. He's desperate to get back to Ithaca, to his faithful wife Penelope and his now adult son Telemachus, who was just a baby when he left. Meanwhile, back in Ithaca, Penelope is dealing with over 100 suitors who have taken over her home, holding what can only be described as the world's longest frat party. Telemachus is understandably fed up. Then Athena, ever the problem solver, swoops in disguised as a random dude to tell Telemachus, "Hey, your dad's alive. Maybe go look for him." Inspired, Telemachus sneaks away with a crew, determined to find his dad and restore order. Telemachus's journey takes him to Pylos and then Sparta, where he gathers fragments of information about Odysseus's fate. Meanwhile, Odysseus finally gets a break when Zeus orders Calypso to let him go. Of course, Poseidon isn't ready to forgive and forget. He whips up a storm to wreck Odysseus's makeshift raft, but thanks to some divine intervention and a magic anti-drowning scarf, Odysseus survives, washing ashore in Phaeacia. Here, he tells the Phaeacians the wild story of his misadventures. Buckle up because it's a roller coaster, the Lotus Eaters. A chill society with a diet that makes you forget everything, forcing Odysseus to drag his entranced crew back to the ships. Polyphemus the Cyclopes. Odysseus blinds him to escape, but not before bragging about his identity, which sets Poseidon off on a vendetta. The Bag of Winds, gifted by the king of Aeolia to speed their journey, but his curious crew opens it, creating a storm that blows them back. Cannibal giants, they lose most of the fleet. Enough said. Circe's island. His crew gets turned into pigs, but Odysseus uses anti-magic herbs to outwit the sorceress. They end up chilling there for a year before heading to the underworld for guidance from the ghost of Tiresias. Tiresias warns them to avoid Helios's sacred cows at all costs. Spoiler, they don't. The crew eats the cows and Zeus retaliates by destroying their ship. Everyone dies except Odysseus, who washes up on, you guessed it, Calypso's island, bringing the story full circle. After narrating his adventures, the Phaeacians generously send Odysseus home. But even after reaching Ithaca, his troubles aren't over. Disguised as an old beggar, thanks to Athena, he reunites with Telemachus. Together they plot to deal with the suitors, who are still wreaking havoc in the palace. Odysseus tests the loyalty of his household, hides the suitors' weapons, and eventually reveals his identity in a dramatic showdown. What follows is a bloodbath where Odysseus and Telemachus wipe out the suitors, restoring peace to Ithaca. At last, Odysseus reunites with Penelope, proving that no amount of divine mischief, mythical monsters, or frat boy suitors can keep this hero from his home. So, there you have it. The Odyssey part survival epic, part family reunion, and 100% proof that Odysseus is one resilient dude.